That sound your knees make when you stand up from a chair. That crack. That pop. That grinding feeling as you climb the first step of the stairs in the morning. Most people over 50 hear it every single day. And most people do exactly the same thing. They ignore it. They tell themselves it's normal. Just part of getting older. Nothing to worry about. But here is what I need you to understand today. That sound is not nothing. That sound is your body sending you a very specific warning. And the longer you ignore it, the more damage accumulates silently inside your joint. My name is Dr. Victor Harlow, and in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly what those sounds mean, what is happening inside your knee right now, and most importantly, what you can do about it before it becomes something that cannot be reversed. Stay with me. This matters. First, let's separate the harmless from the harmful. Not every knee sound is an emergency. There are 3 distinct types of knee noise, and knowing which one you have changes everything. The first type is called crepitus. This is a soft, gentle crackling or grinding sensation, almost like the feeling of bubble wrap under the skin. Crepitus alone, without pain, is usually caused by small gas bubbles forming and releasing in the joint fluid. In isolation, this is generally considered benign. The second type is a single loud pop, often felt once after a period of inactivity, like standing after sitting for a long time. This is typically caused by a tendon snapping across a bony surface as the joint moves. Again, if painless and occasional, this is usually not an immediate danger signal. But the third type, and this is what I want you to pay very close attention to, is persistent, repetitive cracking or grinding that is accompanied by any of the following: stiffness in the morning, swelling around the joint, pain that worsens with activity, or a feeling of instability when you put weight on the knee. This third type is categorically different. This is your joint telling you that the protective architecture inside your knee is beginning to fail, and the research is very clear about what happens when that signal goes ignored. To understand why this is urgent, you need to understand what a healthy knee actually looks like on the inside. A healthy knee joint has 3 layers of protection working together. The first is articular cartilage, a smooth, firm, slightly slippery tissue that covers the ends of the femur and tibia where they meet. This cartilage is what allows your knee to bend and straighten thousands of times a day without friction. Without it, bone grinds directly against bone. The second protective layer is synovial fluid, a thick, viscous liquid that fills the joint capsule and acts like a natural lubricant. Think of it like the oil in a car engine. It reduces friction, delivers nutrients to the cartilage, and cushions impact during movement. The third layer is the meniscus, 2 C-shaped discs of tough fibrocartilage sitting between your thigh and shin bones. These act as shock absorbers, distributing your body weight evenly across the joint. Now, here is what the research shows happens after 50. Articular cartilage begins to thin. According to a large-scale study published in Arthritis Rheumatology, cartilage volume decreases measurably each decade after age 40, and that rate of loss accelerates significantly after 60. Synovial fluid production declines. The joint becomes less lubricated, less cushioned, more prone to friction with every step, and the meniscus, under decades of accumulated stress and reduced repair capacity, begins to show signs of degeneration in the majority of adults over 60, even those with no formal diagnosis of arthritis. When all 3 of these systems begin to fail simultaneously, the sounds begin, and the sounds are just the beginning. There are 4 specific warning signals that tell me, as a physician, that a knee is moving from the early stage of deterioration into the danger zone. If you have any combination of these 4 signals right now, I want you to take this seriously. Warning signal number 1, morning stiffness lasting more than 30 minutes. When you wake up and your knee feels locked, stiff, or painful for more than 30 minutes before it loosens up, this is a hallmark sign of active joint inflammation. The American College of Rheumatology identifies prolonged morning stiffness as one of the primary diagnostic criteria for osteoarthritis. This is not normal aging. This is your immune system fighting inflammation inside the joint all night long. Warning signal number 2, swelling that comes and goes. If your knee ever looks or feels puffy, even mildly, after activity or by the end of the day, this indicates synovial inflammation. The joint lining becomes irritated and responds by producing excess fluid. This excess fluid is not protective. It actually contains inflammatory enzymes that further degrade cartilage tissue with prolonged exposure. Warning signal number 3, pain that is worse going downstairs than up. This is one of the most underappreciated diagnostic clues in knee deterioration. Descending stairs places approximately 5 times your body weight across the patellofemoral joint, the surface between your kneecap and thigh bone. When cartilage is thinning in this area, descending stairs becomes disproportionately painful. If you avoid stairs or hold the railing going down but not going up, your knee is telling you something very specific. Warning signal number 4, a feeling of giving way or instability. If your knee has ever buckled, felt unstable, or given way unexpectedly, even once, this signals that the supporting structures of the joint are under significant stress. The ligaments, tendons, and muscle groups surrounding the knee work together to maintain stability. When the joint architecture deteriorates, this stability system becomes compromised. A knee that gives way is a fall risk, and for adults over 60, a fall is not a minor event. Now, here is the critical question I want you to ask yourself honestly. How many of those 4 signals do you currently have? 1 means early intervention is needed. 2 means your window for effective natural treatment is narrowing. 3 or 4 means this video may be arriving at exactly the right moment. Here is the important truth that gets lost in the conversation about knee deterioration. Cartilage cannot regenerate the way skin or muscle does. Once it is significantly lost, it does not grow back on its own. But, and this is crucial, the process of deterioration is not a cliff edge. It is a slope, and the slope can be slowed, stabilized, and in early to moderate stages, meaningfully improved. The goal is not to reverse decades of wear overnight. The goal is to reduce the inflammatory environment destroying your cartilage, restore joint lubrication, support the structural proteins your knee depends on, and strengthen the muscles that take pressure off the joint itself. And the research tells us that 4 specific interventions, all accessible without a prescription, address each of those goals simultaneously. The first is omega-3 fatty acids. A 2020 meta-analysis published in the journal Rheumatology found that omega-3 supplementation significantly reduced joint pain scores and morning stiffness in osteoarthritis patients. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, or a high-quality fish oil supplement taken daily is one of the most evidence-supported natural interventions for joint inflammation currently in the literature. The second is collagen supplementation. A randomized controlled trial published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences found that 10 grams of hydrolyzed collagen daily for 24 weeks significantly reduced knee pain in athletes with joint discomfort. For adults over 60, whose natural collagen production has dramatically declined, daily collagen supplementation directly addresses the structural deficit inside the deteriorating joint. The third is resistance exercise targeting the quadriceps. This is perhaps the most powerful and most overlooked intervention. The quadriceps muscle group, the large muscles across the front of your thigh, acts as the primary shock absorber for the knee joint. Research from the Osteoarthritis Research Society International shows that every pound of quadriceps strength gained reduces the compressive load on the knee joint by 4 pounds per step. Gentle, consistent resistance training 3 times per week is not optional for knee health after 60. It is foundational. The fourth is hydration. As I mentioned earlier, cartilage is approximately 70 to 80% water. Mild chronic dehydration, which is extremely common in adults over 60 due to a reduced thirst sensation directly impairs cartilage function. 8 to 10 glasses of water daily is one of the simplest and most underutilized tools in joint protection. Here is the 5-step daily protocol I recommend for adults experiencing knee cracking, stiffness, or early pain. Step 1. Omega-3 fatty acids daily. Either 2 servings of fatty fish per week or 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of fish oil daily with a meal reduces joint inflammation at the cellular level. Step 2. Hydrolyzed collagen daily. 10 grams mixed into warm water, coffee, or a smoothie each morning provides the structural proteins your cartilage repair system depends on. Step 3. Quadriceps strengthening 3 times per week. Start with seated leg raises. Sitting in a firm chair, straighten one leg and hold for 5 seconds. Lower slowly. Repeat 10 times each side. No equipment needed. No joint impact. Begin today. Step 4. Warm water immersion each morning. Before your first steps of the day, or spend 5 minutes in a warm shower or bath directing warmth toward the knees. Warm temperature increases synovial fluid viscosity and reduces morning stiffness significantly. Step 5. Anti-inflammatory diet foundation. Reduce ultra-processed foods, refined sugars, and vegetable seed oils, all of which drive systemic inflammation that accumulates directly in joint tissue. Replace with leafy greens, berries, olive oil, and the omega-3 rich foods already mentioned. This protocol costs nothing that isn't already accessible. It is supported by peer-reviewed research, and it addresses every mechanism driving your knee deterioration simultaneously. The question is not whether it works. The question is whether you start today, or whether you wait until the damage is beyond what intervention can meaningfully address. That crack you hear when you stand up in the morning is not your body failing you. It is your body talking to you. It is asking for your attention, for the nutrients it needs, for the movement that keeps it functional, for the simple daily habits that can mean the difference between independence and dependency in the years ahead. After 60, joint health is not a vanity concern. It is a mobility concern, a falls concern, a quality of life concern. The seniors who move freely into their 70s and 80s are not lucky. They are the ones who listened when their body spoke and responded. If this video gave you something valuable today, please subscribe to this channel. Every single week I bring you science-backed health education built specifically for your body and your stage of life, because you deserve more than being told to simply live with it. I'm Dr. Victor Harlow. Stay strong. Stay informed.